Hello, beautiful people. My name is Jakeb Livengood, your host of the Living Good with Jakeb Livengood podcast. It is 1/1/25. It is January 1st. It is the first of the year. It is also episode 44. And you're not going to believe it. It is also 444 right now on the clock. Okay. Wow. You know, that was a little bit intentional. We did that on purpose, all right? But numerology is still relevant, all right? Look, guys, new year, new me, right? New year, new me. That's the thing, right? That's what everybody says. Woo, new year, new me. No, all right? We're not with that here, all right? Look, all right? I'm going to debunk that very quickly for you. And then we're going to talk about what it really should be, because it's actually new year, same me, all right? The goals haven't changed, okay? I don't know about you. I don't know what you did. I was in bed by 8:15 at night, and I got up at 3 in the morning. I'll be honest, all right? Usually I get up at 3 in the morning. Today, you know, it's New Year's. The gym didn't open till 6. And I used that in my own head. I used that as an excuse. My alarm went off. The plan was to go do a ruck before the gym, right? Put on my weight vest, go walk a couple miles in the cold, right? Real rigid, hard way to start the day. And then the alarm goes off at 3 a.m. And I'm like, the gym's not even open, man. So I'll just turn the alarm off. Next thing you know, I'm waking up again and it's 5:15 in the morning. And I'm like, bro, no. So I had to run down, jump in the ice bath, and then hit the gym, right? Got there on open. But it's like, not the most ideal way to start my day, the new year, right? Stop hitting the snooze. But I didn't hit the snooze. Worse than the snooze, I turned the alarm off, okay? Don't do that, all right? Terrible way to start the day. However, we still won. We still won the day. I don't know about you guys or what your plan is, what your initiative is, but this year I am doing Live Hard year 2, second year. I started Live Hard in February of 23, and since then I've lost 84 pounds. My body composition is completely shifted. I have abs now. I'm fit. I was fat. I was obese, actually. And now I'm doing good. So, and now we're doubling down this year. Let me turn the fan on real quick before we continue. All right, good. And by the way, check this out. This is the first episode I've ever done where I'm not just wearing gym clothes. I actually have nice clothes. I clean up pretty all right? Yeah, let's go. But, all right, new year, same me. All right, anybody that runs on the philosophy, new year, new me, okay, let me tell you what's going to happen, all right, because it's 1/1, you know. And this is episode 44, okay, 1144. At 444. Okay, it's beautiful stuff. I actually gonna do a different podcast episode on this. Don't want to get too diverted on the subject, but just finished day 1 yesterday. I started a day early, actually. Most people are starting on January 1st. I started December 31st, Live Hard. And then after I finished, I went and meditated, talked to God in the ground, in a little park area, touching grass. Releasing that positive ionic charge. And one of my neighbors who, funny enough, after conversing, we have meditated together but separately, like near each other in the same park, but never actually talked to each other. And we've probably seen each other more than 6 times. Anyways, he comes up to me and he asks what my story is. Ends up being a 3-hour discussion that's just profound, super synergistic, and just, kindred spirits, really synchronistic of being tapped in and connected, right? It was beautiful. We're going to do a whole different episode on it, okay? But this episode's about the new year, new me, all right? So it's January 1st. I'm done with day 2 of 75 Hard, which is the first of 4 phases of the Live Hard program. I'm not going to go too deep into that here in this episode, but I will touch on it in a later episode. This one's about new year, new me. So we're going to talk about goals. We're going to talk about planning, all right? This is what happens, okay? New year, new me, people, all right? Let me tell you what's going to happen. You're going to get super hyped up. Maybe you even have a journal and planner. You're going to structure and write out all these goals, these big overarching goals that you're going to do this year. It's finally the year, dude. I've tried so many years. I've said I'm going to do it. It's going to be huge, okay? This is the year. All right, look. I'll tell you what's going to happen. 2 weeks. All right, January 14th or 15th, right around there. You're going to get the gym membership. You're going to be going, okay? And what's going to happen is you're just going to fall off, all right? You're going to have some low vibrational thing, some mix-up, some pullback, pushback that happens in your reality that is that foothold in your mind that's going to allow the devil to creep in, give you all sorts of unreasonable doubt and limiting beliefs and go, no, this isn't what you do. This isn't your thing. And you're going to buy into it, and then you're going to fall off all your stuff, okay? It's going to happen to you. Not everybody, but a large majority of you. And that's terrible. It's terrible. I don't want that to happen to you, okay? And actually, I've been a full-time digital nomad for 8 years, and I wouldn't say I really got serious, like really and I don't really take much things serious. I'm actually very jovial and in jest most of the time, and I try to make light of things. But I didn't get really like serious and super intentional until February 23, when I actually like started taking my temple seriously and started doing the Live Hard program and really got like dialed in. What's the difference between New Year, New Me and New Year, Same Me, right? Because like I started the program a day before just because I've already been on. I've been getting up at 3 a.m. I've been doing my ice baths for almost 18 months daily at literally sub-freezing temperatures. I'm doing crazy stuff that most people that are normal think is just completely outlandish and they're like, it's so beyond their frame of reality. And so I started a day early because I was like, well, you know what? It was like noon, and I was already more than halfway done with the checklist. And I was like, well, might as well make tomorrow was already intentionally to be day one. So why not just like overachieve a little bit and start today, right? Everybody else is waiting until tomorrow. Why would I wait? Right? And so the difference between New Year, New Me and New Year, Same Me, right? Being a wandering generality or meaningful specific, right? I experienced identity level change. Identity level change. I actually did a whole episode on this previously. I don't know the episode number off the top of my dome. I wish I did because I could call back to it. But identity level change, what does that mean? It means that at the core fundamental of my being, I changed. I didn't decide I was going to go to the gym and I was going to try to change my temple and try to lose all this weight and I'm obese and I want to be fit and I want to have abs. No. Identity level change. Day one, while I was still obese, I had social anxiety, didn't want to talk to anybody. I was uncomfortable in the gym because I felt like everybody was watching me and judging me, and I knew I didn't know what I was doing, and I thought other people were looking at me and laughing because they knew I didn't know what I was doing. And that day, while everything's going awry, but I'm still putting myself in uncomfortable situations and doing it, I had identity level change. I became a bodybuilder that day. That day, nothing outwardly changed, but inwardly, everything had changed because I had decided I don't care how long it's going to take. I don't care what it's going to take. I don't care what kind of trials, tribulations, roadblocks come about. I'm going to do it. I've had identity level change. And you need that on all aspects of life, not just fitness when we're talking about fitness, all right? Health, wealth, love, happiness, all of it, okay? I'm sure come this time of year, right, you're getting super fired up. You're like, this is the year we're going to make the change, okay? Why haven't you made the change the last couple of years, right? A couple episodes back, I did an episode about how I failed every single one of my goals last year, 24. Every single one. Didn't check a single one off the list, okay? But that's, as a high achiever, I do things a little differently than most people. And what that is, which is beautiful, I set goals that are so outlandish and large, they're not really possible. They scare me a little bit just to think that that's what I'm going to commit myself to. And I set the goal not because I want to achieve the goal. I do not set the goal to achieve the goal. I set it for what it'll make of me to achieve it, right? Jim Rohn has a beautiful quote. I've talked about it in a couple podcast episodes. His mentor said to him, Jim, why don't you go ahead and try to make $1 million? Why don't you set the goal to become a millionaire? Not so that you get the money, but for what it will make of you to achieve it. Because once you've got the money, you could give it all away because you had character change, identity level change to become the type of person that could go get that $1 million. You don't need the $1 million anymore because if you lost it all, you could get it right back because you're a millionaire. Are you seeing? So this applies to every single avenue of life. Health, clearly, we talked about the health example. Wealth, okay. Love, happiness. By the way, love starts internally. It's an internal game. But the wealth pillar, right? A lot of people, and in fact, to go back to my conversation from yesterday, a lot of people, they're well in their adulthood, right? 30 plus, and they don't have any, causal connection or, understanding at the core of their being of what their gifts are. What's your gift? What do you love to do? And are you doing that regularly? And are you doing it in a form or fashion that allows you to grow it, monetize it, scale it, and make it your livelihood? Most people can't answer yes to that. Why not? Why not? Did you know in the digital era, in the age we're living in, it's actually possible? Dude, listen, I love yapping, all right? I'm a yapper. I've got a lot of information up in my dome. I mentor and I do advisory services for people. I have an entrepreneurial mastermind. I'm really good at free flow and forming my thoughts into long form sentences. I'm good on camera, right? I wanted to start a podcast. Boom. Started a podcast, which, by the way, I make that really sound, there's no gap there. That just sounds like, oh, I just wanted to do it, so I did it. That's not in tangible reality. That's not how it happened. Okay. I waited almost 4 years after initially having the idea of starting the podcast to actually start the podcast. And that was because of imposter syndrome. That was because of limiting beliefs that I allowed myself to buy into. Like I said, the foothold in your mind that the devil creeps in and starts filling your mind with all sorts of garbage, and you buy into it, and then you don't step into action. Okay. Slow motion's better than no motion. Start the podcast. If you want to do a podcast, start the podcast. But Jake, I don't have the technology or the equipment. Who cares? You have a phone and it has a microphone on it. Okay. But Jake, I use a lot of, I got filler words and I'm not really like eloquent or good on camera. Who cares? Okay. Who cares? 1,000 episodes in, when you're eloquent and you can speak and you're just in your gift, in your purpose, and you're killing it, and your episode 1 still, it's up, and it's like, I don't really, it's great. It's great. Okay. Because that episode's up, and that is inspiration for others to see where you are now and where you started from and go, wait a second, he sucked. Not in a judgmental, like rude way. And even if it is in a judgmental, rude way, that's a whole different episode we can do. Who cares? Doesn't matter. Like Rafiki says, right? It doesn't matter. Or in Kung Fu Panda, right? Noodles, don't noodles. Quit, don't quit. You are too concerned with what was and what will be. Right? It doesn't even almost matter. But what does matter is by you putting yourself out in an uncomfortable situation where you are going to be able to be the light of the world and inspire someone else that's further along behind you in their process, and seeing your growth and your transformation inspires them to make their process and do their due diligence to become the best version of themselves and externalize their higher self. That is what we're called to do in the scriptures, in the gospels. That is being the light of the world. That is inspiring others to perceive and receive their blessing and their greatness. Okay? You are doing a disservice to yourself and God by not operating in your higher self and being the best version of yourself that you can possibly be. Okay? So let's not do this fugazi, new year, new me. I'm going to get fired up for 14 days. Woo! And then I'm going to fall off. How many years? How many years are you going to do that? Right? Maybe this is a tough conversation. I don't care. I'm not here to really be your friend. Okay? I'm here to inspire you to be great. And sometimes, in order to inspire you to be great, I got to tell you stuff you might not want to hear. Okay? And honestly, that makes me more of a friend to you than your friends that are, okay with you in your mediocrity. Oh, it's okay, dude. Let's just go out and have some beers and let's just hang out and let's, we can just set that off for next week, next month, next year, next millennium. Okay? No, that's not your friend. That's a prison. That's a cage. They don't want you to be great. That's terrible. I want you to be great. Don't be normal. I hate normalcy. Okay? You don't have to be normal. You have a gift. Some of us have many gifts. That's a parable in the Bible. right? The farmer gives them some money, and the guy that gets 1 buries it. The guy that gets 10 goes out and becomes fruitful with it. He multiplies it through businesses, through opportunity, comes back with 100. The guy with 1 comes back, he's got 1. He digs it up and he goes, look, I kept it for you. He had his gift and he did nothing with it. And therefore, he did not become fruitful. It did not multiply. Okay? What are you doing? Now, this is not from a place of judgment, right? Because I was you. I was you for years. I squandered my gift. I did nothing with it, right? I had a Jonah problem. I was just running away from the Lord's calling on my life. I didn't want to do it. I hear you, God. You're calling me. I'm not going to pick up. I'm good. I don't want to do it. No, you called the wrong guy, all right? God calls collect, and you have to pay for it, all right? You have to pay for it. When God calls you, when you put on the magic glasses, 1, you can't take them off, and 2, it's going to be the hardest thing you ever did, okay? But it'll be worth it, all right? So, health, wealth, love, all right? You're not going to fulfill the love pillar and attract that divine counterpart, your constituent, until you're properly following in alignment with God's purpose for your life and you love yourself. You demonstrate that through your thought forms and your actions and your behaviors and your disciplines, okay? Like maybe you'll attract a partner, but that partner is going to be a mirror of the broken version of yourself to show you what it is that you need to fix. You're not getting your divine highest partner until you actually externalize who you're supposed to be. Okay? Whew. And then happiness or fulfillment, right? I hear it all too often and it really upsets me. It really makes me mad, dude. It triggers me a lot. I get calls from people, right? You can book a call with me on my website and I'll do an advisory and often I'll do it for free for the first one, right? Other than that, it's $100 an hour. People call me and they tell me that they don't have any passion for life. They're in this job that's dead end. They don't love it. Okay. It makes me so mad because not only is that where they're at in their life, but then on the weekends, they're using drugs, alcohol, substances, hanging out with friends, weed, Netflixes and chills. Okay. They're just doing anything and everything that's not locking in and becoming the best version of themselves. Right? You've got your 9-to-5. You got financial liabilities that you have to maintain and take care of. You got this lifestyle that you've unfortunately built yourself into with bad debt. You're stuck there and you've got your 9-to-5 and then you're so exhausted mentally and emotionally and physically and spiritually too after your job that you're just pooped and you just want to escape and do all sorts of stuff that's not your 5 to 9, which is your side hustle built around your passions and your gifts that you can then over time scale big enough that it becomes the main thing. It's the 9-to-5. And then when the 5 to 9 becomes the 9-to-5, what actually happens is it becomes the 25-8. Okay. You're never off. I'm never off. I'm not off. Okay. I worked on Christmas. Now, mind you, my family's in aviation and we celebrated Christmas on the 19th. And then on Christmas, I was all alone. So I was just locked in and just doing my daily workflow. And even on the 19th, when we celebrated family Christmas, I worked in the morning. All right. I got up at 2:30 instead of 3. And I was doing it early. I was just set up to get a couple of things done before I knew I was going to have a little celebration afternoon. Okay. There's no days off. When you're a business owner, when you're building a life of intentionality and building a business, there's no days off. All right. That's not really how it works. But let's get back on point, okay? New year, new me. Look, and honestly, I'm terrified. It's not going to affect me as much because I'm in the gym from about 3:45, sometimes 4:15 till about 7. I'm in the gym a long time, 2.5 hours. But, people don't just decide that they're going to start, taking their health serious and then get up at 4 a.m. and go to the gym. All right, the new year, new me people are there between 10 and 3, probably. I don't know. But, I'm not going to really deal with the effects of that because of the time block that I go to the gym. But it's just, it upsets me, man. And it really does because, like I said, I might have to say things that might hurt your feelings, and that might not feel very friendly to you, but that is love, right? I'm loving you more than you're loving yourself, right? You haven't unlocked the love pillar properly. You're not showing yourself self-love, because self-love would be executing, locking in, being uncomfortable for a couple years, doing a lot of hard work and being super disciplined, so that for the majority of your life, you can actually just live in your gift and do what you love to do all the time, right? And to build that livelihood, that's hard, right? You have to walk through the valley of the shadow of death, okay? And that's straight out the Bible, okay? You have to go through a Job season very intentionally, willfully, and you have to tell God, I'm not giving up. God, I'm on your team. No matter what the devil throws at me, I'm running. I'm staying put, and I'm doing it. This is what my life is going to look like, no matter what. No matter what, this is what it's going to look like, right? I was given this vision. It was preordained in my mind, given to me by God for its achievement. All right, so I'm going to do it. Don't care what gets in the way. Don't care how hard it gets. It's gonna actualize. All right, and you need to get there. You need to get there, and it's just sad, man, and it hurts my feelings. It actually upsets me, because what are you doing otherwise? You get one life, all right, and this is not YOLO. Okay, it's not YOLO adjacent. You just get one life, okay, and what are you going to do? You're going to look back when you're 85, 90, 95 on your deathbed, and you're going to regret the majority of your life because you never took that chance. You never took the risk and went out, believed in yourself, and actually did the thing that you wanted to do. Because we all have dreams. We all have aspirations, right? Maybe you've locked it up in a box in your subconscious mind since childhood, and you're not really tapped into what it is, because, as we grow up, we're sort of, pushed and punched and prodded into a box to fit, to be this cog of the matrix that, hey, don't believe in your dreams. Don't go out and do that risky thing. You need to just get a job. Okay. And so maybe you've so deeply compartmentalized it somewhere. It's like a slivered, lost section of your soul. And what are you going to not externalize that? You're not going to uncover that and make that your reality? You'll regret that. I promise you'll regret that. And I don't want that for you. I really don't want that for you. You know what? I say that it's hard, and it is. Walking through the valley of the shadow of death, having character change, and setting a vision for your life, being very intentional, and then committing to doing whatever it takes to make it happen. And yes, it is hard. It is very difficult. It'll be the hardest thing you ever did. But it's actually easier than being a peon and being a slave to the matrix. That's the hardest thing ever. Because, discipline weighs ounces, regret weighs tons. Regret is final. When you're on your deathbed and you regret how you lived your life, you can't do anything about it, dude. I'm never going to regret missing Decadence, okay? Decadence 2024, or is it 2025? Yeah, Decadence 2024, Decadence 2023, Decadence 2022, okay? I'm a big raver. I love the music. I'm an artist myself. I love doing art for people and sharing my free flow and my form, and I love that stuff. I'm not going, dude. I'm retired indefinitely, temporarily, probably for a while, until I actualize my goals, dreams, and visions. I'll never regret it. I will never regret it. How could I regret it? I'm building my dreams. I'm living my dreams. See, in my conversation with my neighbor, his name's Scott, all right? No, it's Alan. His last name is Stott. Okay, close. See, I use mnemonics and mnemonics to remember people's names. But Alan, we talked for 3 hours. And, one of the things that really hit me, I honestly cried at tears of gratitude, because I was like, dude, not only am I building my dreams and visions, not only am I focused on building my temple, right? I'm so dialed into my path and my vision and my purpose and my living in my gift. Nobody on the planet, God does, but nobody on this planet tells me what to do. Okay, my phone's on Do Not Disturb. I'm dialed in. I've been very successful. I've been up since 3 in the morning. All right. It's 1 in the afternoon. This random stranger comes up to me in the park, asks me my story, and we start having a deep spiritual, intellectual based conversation built around mutual conversation. This is interesting. This is a stranger. And we're having all sorts of beautiful intermediary conversation that we're kindred spirits. We're very like-minded, and we have a lot of overlapping passions. I want to sit here and talk to this guy for as long as I want to sit here and talk to this guy. And we talked for about 3 hours and 20 minutes. 3 hours and 20 minutes. I talked with this stranger sitting crisscross applesauce in the grass because I wanted to. And I was so, as I was journaling on this, overwhelmed with gratitude, crying, angel bumps, full body goosebumps, because I'm not subservient to a slave class. I have no master. I'm not subservient to money. I make my time. I make my schedule. I do the things that I want to do. I'm my boss. Nobody tells me what to do. If I want to sit in the park for 3 hours and 15 minutes and talk to a stranger because I think he's a cool guy and we're having a great conversation, I don't want to cut it off early, I'm going to do that. Okay? But guess what? I've been a full-time entrepreneur for 8 years. That's not how it started. That's not how it started. Okay? Not to say that it gets easier as the process goes along, but you get more refined, you get more skilled, right? It doesn't get easier, you get better. So, yeah, man, episode 44, I think the big takeaway that I really want to share here, being that it's January 1st, 2024, right? I'm about to redefine my vision board. I'm about to reprint out a few more things, take some things down, put the new things up, make it less nuanced, not more nuanced, less nuanced, because right now it's proverbial. There's a bunch of different checklists here, a bunch of different items that aren't really categoric to what I'm doing right now. Interestingly enough, I just talked to a friend of mine at the gym today. I have had this vision board since 2018 right here. It's off screen. You can't see it. You can actually see the whiteboard secondary attached to it, but on the other side is a vision board. And I've had this vision board since 2018. I made it initially when I started entrepreneurship. And I've climbed down that vision board halfway down, and then regressed back to the beginning 7 times. 7 times. 7 times. 7, 7, 7. The righteous man falls 7 times and gets up 8. Okay? I've fallen. I've done it. I've checked the boxes. I've moved forward, regressed. Done it. Checked the boxes, moved forward, regressed. Okay? What the heck? What the heck and heck, dude? What is going on? All right? Well, you know what? The righteous man falls 7 times, gets up 8. Every single time I've built something, I've often hit critical mass in an endeavor that I owned a sliver, a percentage of. Right? I was the fool that built my house on the sand. Okay? And guess what? Yeah, no, that's not going to work, dude. So this year, 2024, I did say I failed all my goals, and that is true. Okay? That's true. But I had a parabolic leap forward from the previous year over 2023. And not only that, zero leverage. 346K, zero leverage, no leverage at all. Okay? Boom. I filed Chapter 7 bankruptcy in 2021 because I way over leveraged to growth hack and get big numbers. And then at the end of the day, when the light was supposed to be at the end of the tunnel and it was all supposed to move and I was supposed to move the debt over to the business side, nothing worked out that way. COVID was still, coming in heavy. Boom, it was over. All right, we went topsy-turvy. I had to file bankruptcy, okay? No debt, no leverage, okay? I got no leverage, and I'm over here just leaps and bounds higher, 10x over the previous year, okay? So I didn't hit the goals, but I'm going in the right direction very well. And not only that, I'm back on the vision board for the 8th time. And not only that, zero leverage, no leverage, and I'm on the vision board with things that I own 100% of. My stuff, my businesses, with God. Anything is possible. And this time, I'm doing it. And interestingly enough, every time I've regressed massively, it's been after my ego took over, got out of control, and I was like, look at all these things I built. Me. I'm the greatest. Boom. Take it all away. God's up in heaven going, take it all away from him. Yeah, he needs to restart. You walk away from God, you lose it all. Okay? So this time I'm doing it with God, and I'm not walking away from God. And this time it's different. I can see it in the numbers. I can see it in the charts. I can feel it in the vibrational energy around me. I can feel it and notice it in the connections of the people that I'm meeting, right? The conversations we're having, the caliber of individuals I'm meeting and networking and connecting with. Okay. It's different this time, dude. I've got staying power. So, new year, same me. What does that mean, right? I didn't even go into that. New year, new me is, I'm scared for you. Don't use that moniker. It's not great, right? And a lot of those new year, new me peoples, they were out till 1 a.m. last night drinking with their buddies. You're starting the year with a hangover, bro. I'm up now, mind you. All right. I did start the podcast this way and I'm always truthful. All right. I do get up at 3 a.m, but today got up late. All right. After 5 a.m. Okay. But still though, I'm in the gym at 6 a.m. Okay. And tomorrow I'm going to be up at 3 a.m. I'm going to be in my ice bath. And I'm going to get to the gym before 4. Okay. I'm locked in. You started the year with a hangover. You said this was going to be the year. 2025 is your year. You're taking off. You started it with a hangover. I started it locked in. Now, comparison's the thief of joy. I'm not trying to make you feel bad or compare your process to my process, but what the heck, man? What are you doing? How are you going to say this is a year, me, new me? I'm locking in. I'm making it happen. And then you start the year with a hangover. That's crazy. That's crazy. Your actions and your words are not aligned. And you know what's really way more important than words? Actions. What are you doing with your life? What are your daily habits? Where are the daily habits that you're executing on guiding you? Where are they leading you? I'll tell you where mine are taking me. Down my vision board, baby. Yes, sir. We're going to accomplish it. All right. And that's because every day I'm making the sacrifice, delayed gratification. I'm playing the long-term game. I'm playing in decades. You're playing in weekends. Chill out, dude. Step back. The parties are always going to be there. The bars are always going to be there. Okay? It's not great. Now, New Year, same me. What is that? I'm on the same mission, dude. Like I said, I've got the vision board since 2018. I'm accomplishing my vision. I'm God ordained. I'm sharing the gospels with random strangers. Okay? I'm in discipleship of the Lord. All right? I'm not here for worldly, fleshly desires, dude. No, I'm done. I did that. I did it. And it was not fulfilling. It left a hole in my heart. It made me feel like garbage. I hated myself. I was completely affected and overtaken with all the 7 deadly sins. Now I'm trying very consciously and actively to live in the 7 lively virtues. Because, by the way, I did a podcast episode on this as well. The 7 primary chakras are blocked by the 7 deadly sins and unlocked by the 7 lively virtues. Did a whole episode on it. It's a fire episode. You should go watch it. All right. But look, man. New Year, same me. I'm still locked in, dude. The clock turned. I was in bed. Like I said, in bed by 8:15. I don't care, dude. Look, fireworks, bro. What am I going to stay up till midnight, ruin my entire schedule so I can go, woo, hit one of those little, those little streamer things? No, dude. No, it's the same thing, dude. I'm getting up today and I'm working on my dreams and visions, dude. I don't care what day it is, dude. It could be January 1st. It could be February 37th, dude. It doesn't matter. Yes, February 37th doesn't exist. That's the point. It's an analogy. Water tribe. Dude, you know what? I was talking with Alan. And you know what? I think I might be autistic, dude. I know I'm artistic for sure. Let's go, baby. I got art, dude. All right? I might be autistic. Whatever, dude. It works in my favor, dude. It's a superpower. I'm over here free flowing. Maybe this podcast is a little all over the place, doesn't make too much sense. That's okay. That's me. That's me, baby. I'm all the way, fully, authentically myself. I'm walking in authenticity, which by the way, as far as the Schumann resonance is concerned, and as far as vibrational frequency and the energy that you can emit, your vibrational frequency, your energy signature, i.e. your emotions, right? Higher than love, authenticity, baby. I'm myself. Yeah, I'm a cornball. I almost cussed there. I don't want to cuss. All right. I want to rid my entire vocabulary of those words. I'm a cornball. I'm a goofy person, dude. And yes, I'm going to walk around goofy and I'm going to say goofy stuff to strangers. And some of them are probably going to judge me and walk away from that experience going, that guy was weird. He was a weirdo, dude. Guess what? Guess if I care, dude? I don't care. It doesn't matter. It doesn't affect me at all. My vibrational energy's chilling. You cannot affect me, dude. You cannot get into my prefrontal cortex and change my decision or my thoughts or my thinking patterns. You can't do it, dude. I'm full in myself. I'm fully authentic. I love myself. I love the Lord. I'm walking in my purpose. I'm walking in my gift. Nothing you could say to me can affect me. The only way that something negative that you could say could affect me negatively is if I let it affect me negatively, because it's my perception of the conversation, right? I'm reading a book right now. Don't believe everything you think. It's really beautiful. It's about like thought, energy, and computing, right? And like suffering is a choice. Suffering's a choice. The actual, the emotional pain or perhaps the physical pain of the thing that happens, the negative thing that happens in your life, Sometimes that's unavoidable. Okay. Sometimes, all our parents, unless you go out in a tragic accident, one day your parents are going to die. Okay. And you're going to have to grieve and deal with that experience. And that's going to be terrible, dude. Okay. But so the emotional or the spiritual or the physical damage from the event happening, the negative perspective bias thing happening, sometimes that's unavoidable. But then your reaction to the experience, how you take that in and how you choose to form your perspective around it, can either, come and be a positive thing or a negative outlook thing. You can choose to be stuck in the hurt forever, or you can choose to see the positive, right? Cynics get to be right. Optimists get to be bold, beautiful, bodacious, and wonderful. That's not the actual original quote, but whatever, it fits, it works. All I'm saying is perception is reality and you get to pick it. So look, if you're going to get bogged down by someone saying something that's just shrewd and ridiculous to you, like you're not there yet. You're not walking in full true authenticity, dude. And that's okay. That's okay. Look, let me make this a real tangible example. I'm 27. I got all this stuff going on. All right. I did the 346. I'm doing great. I'm doing really great. My dreams are coming to pass. I'm building them actively. I'm future casting my life. I have been since 2018, and I got the receipts. I got the receipts, baby. I've been creating content. I can do a rewatch of my old content and compared to my current life and go, look, see, half the stuff I said I was going to do, I've done. And so you don't believe that I'm going to do the other half of the stuff that I said I was going to do that still to this day hasn't come to pass, but I already did half of it. Are you joking? Are you dumb? You see what I'm saying? I got the receipts, baby. And so, look, what it really comes down to is I have decided that this is going to be my future reality. And so I'm just doing it. And I'm walking in full authenticity. I'm doing really well right now. I'm making my dreams happen. But all the while, okay, I have no tangible, what the world says as to what success is, right? I don't have any of it. I live in one of my parents' properties. I live at home. Okay. I'm 27. Okay. I don't have a job. I got no job. I drive a Prius. Okay. I talk about Lambos. I talk about luxuries. Okay. Look, I do have a Rolex. That's nice. But other than that, look, my life doesn't show the fruits of my labor yet because I purposely delay gratification. And I don't want to buy liabilities to make my baseline expenditures higher to prove to people on the internet that I'm more successful than I actually am. Okay. So that they'll gratify me. Oh, Jake, you really made it. You did it, dude. I don't care, dude. It doesn't matter. Judge me. But no, that's the point that I'm sharing here, right? People that know me, that have watched me, that have seen me over, and perhaps it's just random strangers, but I highly doubt that. It has to be someone that's followed along the journey that I've met, that knows me. But random accounts, no profile pictures, just created on Instagram specifically. This happens all the time, dude, all the time. People that know me make fake accounts that are completely faceless, not a real account, just so that they can leave hateful comments in my DMs, dude. Hateful, dumb stuff. You're a loser. You live at home. You'll never make it. You'll never be successful. Dude, what? Bro, I don't care what you think about me, bro. I'm living my dreams. I get to have 3-hour and 15-minute conversations with strangers in the grass because I feel like it. Okay? If you are so destitute and vibrationally dead, you're so in hate and fear and loathing, which, by the way, is a path to the dark side of the force. Do it. Look, I might be ADHD. Probably. I probably am. I'm probably artistic. Anyways, look, if you're so vibrationally dead and so in hate that you have to say crazy, hateful stuff to other people like that, I can't imagine what the inside of your brain's feeling like, dude. I'm living my dreams, bro. I'm so, literally when I talk to God and I pray, I get angel bumps, or you might call them goosebumps, but I get full body shivers. My whole body sparks up and I start shaking violently and crying. Every day of my life, I have this experience. And I'm not crying from sadness. I'm crying from such overwhelming joy. I can't contain it in my body. I can't contain the angelic energy, and I'm shaking violently while violently bawling my eyes out every single day. Why? Because I'm literally actively in what I prayed for I am actively living through my purpose and the vision that I forecast for my life, that I asked God in 2017 while I was completely disaffected by all the 7 deadly sins, and I was doing some not so great things with my livelihood. I was going down a dark, bad path, and I was having a full mental breakdown, riding my motorcycle very erratically, irrationally, and honestly putting my life at risk and other people on the road as well. And I was praying to God, tears flowing through my eyes. These aren't gratitude tears. I was so destitute and sad and thinking about some bad stuff. And I said, God, please deliver me from this life of death. I am doing horrible things. I hate who I've become. Deliver me. Help me build the vision. Help me understand what it is that I want to do with my life. Help me actualize that. Take me somewhere that's not here. It's been years. It's been almost 8 years. Guess what, baby? I'm there. I'm in it. Maybe it's not exactly as I actualized and envisioned it at first, but I look at my life and I go, I am literally living my dreams. I thought about this, dude. I thought about this almost a decade ago, and now it's just my reality. It's my daily life, dude. So I get these hate comments because, I choose consciously not to up-level my life to make myself look more successful for the internet. And dude, it means nothing to me, bro. Honestly, if anything, it's dark side motivation. It makes me laugh because I'm like, bro, you don't even know the half of it, bro. Wait, just wait. Keep watching. Because when we're both 40, right, assuming this is someone that's around my same age group that knows me, keep laughing, keep making fun of me, bro, because when we're 40 and you're still working a slave ship dead-end job and you still hate yourself, and I have a fleet of exotic cars, I'm flying private, me and my family are living like Larry over here, it's probably, you're not going to be laughing anymore, okay? It's not going to be funny for you anymore, the last shall be first and the first shall be last, okay? The righteous go through a pruning season. They go through the Job season, okay? They go through the Joseph season, okay? And so, laugh, bro. I'm laughing with you, bro. Yeah, it's funny. I'm an entrepreneur. I got 835,000 followers on the internet. I'm making enough money. I could go live by myself. I could go get an apartment. I could go get a baby supercar. I could go get a C7 Corvette right now with how much money I'm making from my businesses. I absolutely could go get a Z51 Corvette. Yes, up-level my lifestyle. Yes, woo! Look, I made it. No, dude. I'm not playing that game. I'm playing the decades game, dude. I'm investing in assets right now, okay? To make my money make more money. Laugh all you want, because I live at home. It is kind of funny, dude. I get it. It's hilarious. And I laugh too sometimes. But I'm laughing from gratitude, because I'm like, this is great. I'm crushing it. Okay, on a long enough time frame, this dream and vision, it's inevitable. Okay, and so all this is to say, dude, the new year, same me. I know that was a long circle, that was a long loop there, but the new year, new me versus new year, same me. All right, new year, same me is I set a definite vision, a definite purpose for my life years ago. The year rolls over, we get a new calendar year going. I don't care, dude. It changes nothing. I'm still crushing it. Sure, it's cool. All right. We're in Q1. That's nice. Right. I don't look at the months or the parties or the events. I don't go event to event or weekend to weekend. I go quarter to quarter, bro. Like it's Q1. I'm locked in. I had a great Q4. I crushed it. Right. And so it's a different vantage point. I'm looking at life different than you are. And that's okay. That's okay. But what I'm telling you, and none of this is of judgment, if you're the new year, new me, and you're just trying to get locked in, that's fine. But I urge you to really think deep about it. Are you trying to lock in for external validation? Or are you trying to lock in because you've defined your vision for your life and you know where you want to go? Right? Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. So if you know where you are, you know where you're going, you're progressively moving in that direction, you're successful. Are you trying to lock in to be successful in your own eyes? Are you trying to lock in to be successful in the eyes of your peers and your constituents to make them think through your purchases of liabilities? Oh, look, I'm successful now. Right? Check your heart posture. Where you at? All right? Because I'm telling you, it becoming January 1st, it means literally little to nothing to me. I'm still locked in. I'm going to redo my vision board to recraft it a little bit just out of, because I want to, and now's a good time to do it. and I'm actually changing my workout split. So that is one thing that is going and coinciding alongside the new year. I'm creating a new workout split that I'm starting. Because, I'm also in a new 75 hard now. So I'm going to finish one more week of this workout split, and then I'm going to a new split. But other than that, like, it's the same game. I'm still locked in. Nothing really changed, dude. So I don't know. I urge you to do more than you think you can. And see, you know how I said, as a high achiever, I set outlandish, lavish goals that I'm not going to hit. And I didn't hit any of my goals in 2024, but I became better, right? And I actually took those goals and I amplified them a little bit. They're even bigger this year. Might not hit them this year, right? And that's not to set up negative testament right off the rip, but I might not hit them because they're really outlandish goals. But I'll tell you what, that is inevitable. I'm going to be closer to hitting those outlandish goals at the end of the year than I was right now today at recording this, okay? And that's going to happen 100%. I'm not trying to hit the goals. I'm just trying to become 1% better of myself every single day. And I'm doing that infallibly. Infallibly, all right? I'm doing it every day. So, yeah, what are we talking about here? Brain fart. Dude, look. I think this is probably entertaining to watch. Look, new year, new me. Knock it off, dude. New year, same me. Define a vision for your life. Go after it. Fervently. Okay. Indefatigably. All right. With massive willpower. And you're going to make it happen. It's just the truth. So anyways, it's January 1st. This is episode 44. What time is it now, huh? 5:30 exactly, huh? I was going to think about going to 5:55, but I don't want to make it run on, right? You've already listened to me yap for long enough, dude. Another thing that I do want to include here, nothing to do with New Year, New Me or goals or anything like that. I said I like yapping, so I made a podcast, right? One thing that I was originally part of my ethos when I started social media was I wanted to be a moto vlogger. And I've been doing social media for 6.5 years, 7 years now. Still haven't made that happen, right? And so you don't really need to. Oh, that's a parable to say this, right? You don't need to know all the steps, okay? And even if you have the long-term extrinsic macro vision, in the micro, it's really just one step at a time. And sometimes it's, the plan A is a little malleable. Whatever it takes, as long as you're walking in the direction. Slow motion is better than no motion. So you're just walking that way, right? You're walking intentionally towards your goals, dreams, and visions. And it's going to be malleable, and it's going to move, and it's going to mold, and it's going to take time. But remove the pressure from yourself, dude. Just, if you're on the path, you're being intentional, you're working towards building and actualizing your goals, dreams, and visions, you'd made it, bro. Just wait long enough. Keep doing it. And by wait, I mean, be locked in, super disciplined over an extended period of time. You're gonna look back and realize, whoa, dude. You're gonna have the angel bumps. You can have the gratitude. You're gonna go, dude, I'm literally living my dreams. Like, I couldn't have even imagined it. Because, well, you did imagine it. And, yes. So that's that. New year, same me. Get locked in, baby. It's a big year. 2025, the year of the hero. Okay. It's this, we're doing it. I think it's actually the year of the dragon. Let me look it up real quick, actually. Side note, let's check this out. 2025 Chinese New Year animal. What year is it? Oh, it's the year of the snake. It is the year of the snake. Okay. Yeah, I was going to say that wrong, dude. Did you see me, dude? Jamie. Hey, Jamie. Write this out. By the way, if you're not familiar, Jamie is the studio tech for Joe Rogan. I just Jamied for myself, dude. I just smacked it out real quick. Anyways, I'm dialoguing. This is off tangent. I'm super excited. I'm super fired up. I'm just really grateful to be here and be building my dreams and visions. And people are listening to the podcast for some reason. I don't know, dude. I just hope that you go ahead and use the motivation or the inspiration you get from my content to go make your dreams a reality. That's the goal here. I love you. I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed day. I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed week. I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed quarter. I was going to say month, right? And I hope you absolutely crush this year and make this the biggest, most parabolic, growth-filled year to date for yourself. And also, I hope you get in the Bible and you actually build your relationship with Jesus Christ and the Father. Okay, I really do hope that for you. So, I love you, and I will see you again soon.